All right, we are starting off with 3 cans of our premium cheddar nacho cheese. Yummy. And I'm just gonna grab my spatula and we are just spreading that on our greased sheet pan from edge to edge. I love the premium cheddar cheese because it is way more delicious than that standard nacho cheese, has way more flavor, and who doesn't love cheddar on their nachos? So let's get this from edge to edge. All right, that looks perfect. Next thing we're gonna add is 2 pounds of cooked ground beef, and we're just gonna sprinkle that right on top of our cheddar cheese sauce. Kind of evenly spread that so that each bite gets some meat. To keep the theme going, I'm gonna add my taco seasoning, and I'm using the 25% less sodium. You can cook this with your meat, but I kind of like it incorporated with the cheese as well, which is why I add it now. And also we are gonna give this a quick little cook, so it will get nice and cooked. Don't you worry. All right, and we're using that whole packet because that was 2 pounds of meat, and you're gonna want all that seasoning. Next, I'm bringing in my mild pico, and this is the kind that you can get in the produce section at your store. And we're gonna kind of just distribute that right on top of our ground beef and our cheese. We're not gonna use this whole thing because this is a big container, but we are gonna make sure, just like with the meat, that we get some pico in each bite. And you can use whatever salsa you like. You can even get like some paste salsa if that's what you prefer, but I like the freshness of the one that you can get in the produce section. And I think that looks great, so we use about half of that. And you know what this is missing? Some green chilies. And we're just gonna go ahead, we're just gonna scoop our green chilies here and there, kind of just distributing it. I should have had this spoon earlier for that pico, but you know what? We learn from our mistakes, and we are getting these delicious green chilies right on here. And these are not hot, but if you feel like they're too hot, then you can skip them. Or if you want more heat, you could add jalapenos instead. But I personally love these green chilies. And we're gonna use, I think, this whole can because we might as well. We don't wanna waste it. And also it tastes so good.
It smells delicious.
Oh yeah, all these flavors are just good for the nostrils. Perfect. Now I'm gonna add 1 bag of my Mexican blend cheese, and this is the reduced fat. So we're gonna go ahead and use this whole bag and just distribute it on top of everything. This is gonna help everything stick together, and also we want this to be extra cheesy pleasy, so we had to add some Mexican style blend. Oh my goodness. And you can shred your own cheese, but I feel like that's just a preference thing, so do as you please. Oh yeah, this is gonna be so perfect for game day, so perfect for, you know, a nice little appetizer. If you have guests coming, it's kind of like a fun little thing to show people. But we have one more thing we're gonna add before we pop this in the oven, and that is some chopped cilantro. And just like with the green chilies, if you don't like cilantro, you can skip them. You can add something else if you like, but my family likes cilantro. You guys know I'm always using cilantro, especially this fresh/dried cilantro. I just feel like it is so convenient, and it lasts in your fridge for a while compared to the purely fresh cilantro. All right.
So it's fresh 4 weeks on that.
Yeah, exactly. A whole month of cilantro. All right, and this is ready for the oven. My oven is set to 350, and this is gonna be in there for about 15 to 20 minutes. Cheese is almost ready. So we're gonna come in with a larger sheet pan and our party size Doritos. I'm using the nacho cheese Doritos, but you can use any type of chip you like. A tortilla, a Cool Ranch Dorito. You can do what you like. Oh yeah, and we're just gonna make sure that this is evenly distributed on our sheet pan. And once that is nice and spread out, we can go and grab our cheese. All right, now to douse our Doritos. How fun is that? The only thing this is missing is some sour cream. And we're just gonna do some dollops of sour cream, kind of here and there. People can, you know, grab a chip with it or without it, whatever they prefer. But I think this just adds some nice creaminess to our nachos. It'll get a little melty, but I cannot wait to dig in. Delicious. Okay, and we do it this way because that way our chips are not soggy. You heat everything up beautifully, but without a soggy chip. Oh my goodness. These are the best nachos I've ever had. You have to try them.